Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Here we are on another cheap ass beer review with Dr. Dave. Now, what do we have for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, you may ask? Well, I have this one right here, Iron City Beer. It's from the Pittsburgh Brewing Company, located in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Now, this beer checks in at 4.7% alcohol by volume, which is a little bit high for a premium lager. It says family owned, brewed here, Union made. All right, well, I tell you what, I don't have that bottle cap, and I've never had this beer, and it's a shame because this was one of the old time beers that was brewed in Pittsburgh for the steel makers down there when steel was king before the Chinese imports came in and killed the steel industry here in the United States. Well, this is a cheap ass beer because this six pack was $5.89. $5.89 for a six pack. You can do the math. If you just round it up to $6, that means it's a dollar a beer. So this is less than a dollar a beer. Mmm. For the occasion, we have Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer glass. You might not be able to read the printing on there, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer. Yeah. So it's a 15-ounce glass and it's a 12-ounce bottle of beer. So we're going to pour it straight in so we look like we have a lot of beer in the glass, right? I wanted to purchase 12-ounce glasses, but the only ones they had were mugs. I said, I don't want mugs, I want a glass. Yeah, this is more of a weak glass, but this is a beautiful golden amber color, and it's got lively carbonation. Built up a nice amount of foam, but that's because I poured it straight in. We got a little bit left over here. Let's go ahead and get it all in. Yeah, this is one of the classic beers back from the 1960s and 1970s when Pittsburgh was a powerhouse in producing steel and iron ore. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, the Chinese came in and did away with that. Let's get some aroma on this. This is ice cold. It was right out of the fridge, brought it right in here. So let's not dilly dally. Now, there's not a lot of aroma, and that's because the beer is probably around 40 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I keep my fridge at 38. It's been out a couple minutes, so it's warmed up a little bit. Get a little bit of sweetness in there. It could be from the malt or it could be from an adjunct. Without further ado, let me thank the brewers there in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for all the hard work they did to bring this beer to market so guys like me can enjoy it. Cheers to them and cheers to you at home. That's not a bad beer. That's not bad at all. And you see, that's because it's cold. If you allow this beer to warm, I guarantee you won't like it like I like it right now. Now, this does have a little bit of sweetness to it, although it's not horribly sweet as some beers I've had. Some beers I've had are so horribly sweet they're just undrinkable. I guess if you grew up with those beers and you've been drinking them for 30 or 40 years, you're accustomed to it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not accustomed to sweetness in my beers. A little bit of grain in there. It's a decent, it's a drinking beer. And what I mean by that is that it's meant to drink. It's not meant to sit here and look at it. Drink it. Drink while it's cold, okay? It's not offensive. It's not offensive. It's leaving some nice lacing there on the side of the glass. I think it's a well-crafted beer. I'm betting if I went down to Pittsburgh and had this on tap, I'm betting I'd really like this beer. Now, I know they make a light beer, and that's probably a little too light for my taste. But this beer right here, Iron City Beer, premium lager, family owned. Yeah, union made. I like the fact that they have a union making this beer. It's good. Oh, I just noticed too. Twist off. Yeah, I always use a bottle opener. It's not bad though. I'm telling you, it's not bad at all. It's a decent beer. It's non-offensive. It would go with the backyard barbecue, the backyard picnic. All you gotta remember though, and Dr. Dave says so. You gotta keep this beer cold, man. Don't let it warm up. Yeah. If you open the bottle and you're not going to drink all of it, put it back on ice. Yeah. Or put best thing to do is put the top back on, put the cap back on, put it in the fridge, put it on ice. Don't put it in the freezer because that's going to kill everything. And you'll forget about it. Then once it freezes, it's undrinkable. Nothing wrong with this beer. Nothing wrong with this beer. Remember, Dr. Dave says just because it's a cheap ass beer doesn't mean it's a bad beer. Just means it didn't cost a lot of money. That's what it means. And like I said, this was what did I say this was? 5.89 for the six pack? That's less than a buck a bottle. Man, these days that's a bargain. Yeah, these days with inflation, that's a bargain. All right, then, one more time. Iron City Beer out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you've had it, give me your thoughts about it. Man, I bet this is a good beer on game day down there watching the Steelers, isn't it? Or the Pirates, no doubt. Or the Penguins. All right, my friends, let's run out of here because life is short. Let's be happy. Hey, try this beer, man. If you like it, look how much money you're going to save. I'm telling you, look how much money. All right, then, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month, and there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera, but I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made, so I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.